All right, with summer ahead, many parents are looking for ways to keep their children learning, engaged, and confident before the next school year begins. And today, we'll discuss how to spot those early signs of dyslexia, support struggling readers, and help kids avoid the summer slide. Joining us with practical advice and insights from her own experience is the author of the new book, Beautifully Unread. Hillary Summerbell, welcome back to Great Day Washington.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yes, thank you for
happy
being
to be here.
Yes, and congratulations on your brand new book. I know this was written based on your own experience. At what point did you say, I think I'm going to write a book about that?
I think it was about, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, and my story growing up in public school systems was so compelling for me as a storyteller. I just wanted to share it in my book so people would know that they weren't alone experiencing dyslexia in schools.
Yeah, because they're not alone. What is this statistic? I can't get that out. How many children today?
1 in 5.
1 in 5
people.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay,
Incredible.
so that's a lot.
It's a lot of 20%.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so I was looking through this and I noticed that your book is very interesting. It even is written and printed in a way that it is curved. Tell us about that.
This is the Summerbell, ed tech that we developed, and basically all we do is we reformat linear text into the ARC so my mind can slow down, so I can decode the words and I don't skip, so I have a better comprehension.
Wow, that is incredible. And there's no other book printed in this way.
There is not. This is the very first one today. I'm so excited to present it. And yeah, it's amazing.
Hillary, who should read this book? Who is this for?
You know, anybody and everybody, but the parents. If you have a child who's dyslexic, it's an incredible tool because you have insight. Through reading my book, you'll have insight about how your child feels, or your friend, or your husband, because it's hard to explain what you go through. But and teachers, administrators, anybody who's interested in innovation, and actually, as we know, Johns Hopkins University did an evaluation on our project, and we had wonderful results. So, science backed.
Oh, wonderful! Helping kids all over the country. Now, for parents who think maybe their child is very young and maybe they're first, second grade, and they're thinking, well, they're just a slow reader, they're a slow learner. I guess I'm wondering, what are the early signs of dyslexia that parents can be on the lookout for?
Sure, I think a lot of it is just look at their curiosity level when they're, when they're like reading books or looking at, do they go to the books themselves or do you have to force them? Because dyslexics generally want to run away from words, want to run away from reading. So if you see a lack of engagement, what I would recommend is really just getting a simple chapter book and sitting down with them every evening, for 15-20 minutes and get them engaged in the story so they look forward to tomorrow.
Okay, great. So that's a great tip for parents. That's what they can start doing now. Start to read with your child. What if it's someone older? Like maybe you have a teenager and you've just noticed maybe no one's diagnosed it,
they're not engaging.
What would you suggest?
Well, they might need some help because they might have already lost their self-esteem, and I used to be like, it's just too hard. I don't want to do it. I'd rather go do anything but to read. So really, when I show people my book, I never ask them to read out loud because that's one of the most embarrassing things about it. So don't just be very sensitive to their feelings about letting their exposure to their insecurities about reading.
Yeah, that is really great advice. Thank you so very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Of course, we want to let you know that you can purchase Hillary's book, Beautiful Unread, on her website, summerbell.com, and it will also be available on Amazon starting next week. And make sure to follow her on Instagram at Read with Summerbell. And Great Day Washington, we'll be right back.